Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to Cosmic Culture, the channel where we talk all things major movie and television news, theories, breakdowns, and much more. I'm your host Chris, and She-Hulk is soon coming to an end, as we have only one last episode, the finale. Today, Marvel gave us a sneak peek at this ultimate episode where we see Nikki and Jen trying to figure out who is behind it all. Well, that's exactly what we are talking about today, and the question we're all asking ourselves as well. So let's have a chat about everyone who realistically could be behind Intelligentsia, and even who are Intelligentsia. If you haven't already, consider subscribing and turning on that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the other major movie and television news updates we're posting daily here on the channel. You can also follow me on my other socials, Instagram at Chris M. Rosser and Twitter at TheCultureChris. Links to both of those are in the description down below. So, as I just mentioned, Marvel dropped this little clip for us, which comes from the finale. Check it out.
No, just a sparkling water and a turkey sandwich and chips and guac. And yes, I want to see the rest of those baby pictures, Elaine. Thank you. Oh my God, I love Elaine.
Okay, what do you got for me?
So finding the identity of these guys has been like one dead end after another. We know that Hulk King is the admin on Intelligentsia, but the site's security is annoyingly airtight.
I've been looking into the platform, and it is owned by several shell companies that are operating outside of US jurisdiction, which is like, how am I supposed to sue these guys if I don't know who they are?
Okay, look, Intelligentsia is made up of exclusively dumb dudes. One of these guys is gonna slip up, and they're gonna give us enough information so that we can track them down, and then we will find them, and we will destroy them. By any and all means.
Legally.
I said by any and all means.
No, I am going to sue them for defamation and invasion of privacy and get them charged with unauthorized access to a protected computer.
Ugh, boring. All right, if you want to be all Jen Walters about it. Yeah, that's cool.
So, besides everybody continuing to fall in love with Nikki and her great comedic addition to this series, we also have to worry a little bit about what's going to happen to Jen. Intelligentsia perhaps seemed like they were just a little hate group on the internet, which the writer herself has even mentioned, saying this is supposed to represent a lot of people who are anti-progression, people who aren't wanting to see female superheroes, or racist memes, things like that is often all over the internet. And that's exactly what we took Intelligentsia for at first, this group that kind of represents a lot of issues that happen. However, now we're seeing with Jen and Nikki here looking at the board, there's a lot more to Intelligentsia that perhaps even shows. We can see that this is a very protected and deep network that has a lot of different access points, a lot of different entries, and it's overall very confusing who and where and what Intelligentsia is. As far as I'm concerned, we have 3 real players who could be behind Intelligentsia. Now, this is my best guess, or for the purpose of this video, just a lot of fun, but keep in mind, really anybody or nobody could be in charge of Intelligentsia. This is a Disney Plus series. We're all hoping that the leader, Red Hulk, or the Power Broker, who are my 3 guesses, are behind this. However, it's very likely that we might get another dead end or another string that has to be connected later on when we get into phase 5. Because throughout all of Disney Plus series that have been released, there hasn't been a major leap or connection to the main MCU just yet. We're hoping maybe to get that, and She-Hulk certainly has connection to the Thunderbolts, World War Hulk, Captain America 4, and many other major players in the MCU. So we're really hoping with this Disney Plus project, we might be getting one of the first big jumps from Disney Plus to blockbuster MCU films. With that being said, yes, those are my 3 guesses. The leader, Red Hulk, and the Power Broker. Now, there are a few issues with all of these characters, and I want to start with the Power Broker because this is an interesting one, and I actually haven't heard many people mention the possibility of this. If you remember, during Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Sharon Carter came back. She was reintroduced, and we were very excited to have her, but it turns out she had a dirty little secret, which many people were able to guess. A lot of people were assuming that this was the case, but this ominous power broker happening in the background seemingly was Sharon Carter, who was planning on using the super soldier serum that she redeveloped in order to sell it off to the highest bidder, create an army, get really rich, and get powerful. Well, Falcon and the Winter Soldier ended with her getting a pardon, so maybe the Power Broker could put all of that craziness behind her and return to the United States since she had been at large for almost 8 years. However, I don't think we can count her out just yet. There is obviously high demand for Super Soldier Serum, which Hulk and Hulks, Red Hulk, all sorts of characters throughout the MCU have a very deep connection to. So really anybody who in the history of Marvel Comics has ever wanted access to Super Soldier Serum could be the big bad behind Intelligentsia. However, with She-Hulk connecting directly to Captain America 4 with Sam Wilson now holding the shield, we can assume that the power broker might have a little bit of relevance here. Obviously, Falcon and the Winter Soldier highly followed the importance of Super Soldier Serum, what remained of it, the power it could have either to selling it off to bad guys or using it for good, US agents involvement, which is going to connect us to Thunderbolts. We're really starting to see a lot of the pieces come together. And that has nothing to do with even the mention of Red Hulk, who, yes, there is a little bit of confusion around what the plan is. However, I feel there was for certainty some type of plan with Red Hulk. Now, the actor who played Thunderbolt Ross, who was going to be Red Hulk, sadly has passed. So the plans that Marvel have for Red Hulk are a little unknown. Are they planning on recasting? Are they planning on passing the mantle of Red Hulk onto a different character who has or hasn't been introduced yet? Where exactly and what exactly they're planning on doing with that isn't really clear. There's been no mention of Thunderbolt Ross for obvious reasons in the MCU since his last appearance in Black Widow. So we're a little unsure what's going to happen with that, which makes Red Hulk being the big bad and big Intelligentsia, Thunderbolt Ross wanting the serum, all of that a little bit of a question mark. The other one that a lot of people have been talking about is the leader, which again is a direct connection to the new Captain America 4 movie, where we know the leader will be a big villain in that movie. And again, it's all arguing over Super Soldier Serum. So, She-Hulk has in her DNA Super Soldier Serum. In fact, the Hulk himself has even said that the way it bonded to her DNA has made it an advanced version. That the ability she has to be a Hulk but have control comes from her good connection to her emotions. And then on top of all of that, he was even able to use her blood samples to cure his hand. And by he, I mean the Hulk, who we know his arm was still busted up from Avengers Endgame. So the big fight for the blood sample, the DNA sample, for the Super Soldier Serum is all the same fight. So the same characters will be having this type of battle, or we should even call it a war now, for the DNA in order to have this Super Soldier Serum. Historically, this is a massive thing that people are fighting for in Marvel Comics, and it makes perfect sense for it to continue on since we will now have the new Captain America. Captain America, Chris Evans' Captain America, Steve Rogers, had the Super Soldier Serum. Sam Wilson doesn't yet, and I'm curious to find out if he'll end up taking it if given the opportunity. He already turned it down once in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, or at least the opportunity, but who knows what will happen as we continue in the Super Soldier War. Let me know your guys' thoughts about this in the comments section down below. Who do you think behind Intelligentsia, and are you excited for the She-Hulk finale? Thank you guys so much for watching until the very end of the video. If you found it helpful, useful, or entertaining, consider subscribing and turning on that notification bell. And I'll catch you guys all in the next one right here on Cosmic Culture.